Hello and welcome to Gniezno in Poland. This is the place I just spent the night, and to be quite honest, I didn't have a very good night. This is the night of the 28th, 29th of June, and so this is 29th of June, early morning. Well, not early morning, it's about 7:30. And this was an example, unfortunate and obvious, but it didn't mean wild camping as I am now towards being on a campsite. It was roasting during the night, and because very heavy rain plus thunder was not only forecast, but I got an SMS warning me of it, and I think that's a warning they send out to just about everybody in the country. Then I had all my windows closed for obvious reasons. I didn't want to flood inside the van. And anyway, it got so hot inside that, I don't know, sometime during the night I opened up the skylight above the bed. I thought, well, if it starts to pour down with the rain, I'll probably wake up anyway, once I've got soaking wet. Anyway, so I'll show you where I'm parked. There's my van. Down here we've got the Museum of Poland, Polish history, the Polish state. Gniezno was the first capital of Poland. It was moved to Krakow a very long time ago, but Gniezno was the place where it was actually first founded, and there's a museum of the Polish state which is down there on the left. And why did I spend the night here? Because it's quite noisy. The reason is because Park for Night had a place shown just that road here on the left, and it seemed really good next to a lake. It was on the road coming into a stadium. Unfortunately, it had some dew on and the road was closed. I suppose I could have left my van the road next to it, or indeed there's a couple of other places nearby I could have actually left my van, but I chose not to. I thought, I can't be bothered. I went out for a bike ride when I got here last night and then decided that will do. I shall not walk any further, drive any further tonight. Right, so here we've got part of the university building, and I think that's the University from Poznan with a branch here. I think I might be wrong on that one. And now I am going to a museum of a narrow gauge railway in a place called Venezia, which is the largest narrow gauge railway museum in Poland, or so I believe. Anyway, so you can hear the noise here. I mean, I realized it was going to be a bit noisy, but when I left the vehicle here, but I would have to say that it was noisier than you normally get, for example, the motorway place. The motorway place, I always sort of drive away a little bit. So why did I park here? It was, as I said earlier, it was to sort of explore. I thought I'd leave it here and I'll see if I can find it somewhere to park. Anyway, this is a free parking, obviously, that's why I left my van here. And but there are other places. But I mean, having said that, I mean, it was that bad. I'm not complaining. This is part of the fun of being in a motorhome and living in the motorhome. And I was able to at least stop somewhere for the night. Yeah, but it does seem a bit noisy now, and to be quite honest, it wasn't. Sometimes you find a place that sounds noisy in the night, and then you just sort of can't be bothered any further. And at night, because there's no traffic, then it isn't noisy at all. But here there was traffic most of the night. Good, right, so that gives you a little indication. There's the museum. I must say it's a really big museum, to be honest. I'll be curious to know what they've got in there. Another site nearby here is called Biskupin, which is the oldest, I believe, the oldest found human settlement in Poland, which is also near Venezia. but I wasn't thinking on when they decided to go to Venezia. Anyway, because of the time limit, I'm only going to Venezia, and I'm going to be on my way there now because it's going to open at 9:30, and the speed I drive, it'll take about an hour to get there. Well, maybe I'm exaggerating a bit, maybe it'll take 40 minutes, but all the same, it'll be something like that. So anyway, as I said, that's just me on a campsite. As I was on the last 10 days, I was on a proper campsite, I had all my windows open. And now, as from tonight, I'm also going to be on a campsite. I don't quite know how long, because I've got quite a lot planned. I'm going to Bydgoszcz. I think there'll be, well, I think, you know, being on a campsite, you're secure, so you don't mind opening the windows on the side of the van. So, all the best from Gniezno in Poland.